we are going to be doing a Transformers tier list. We're going to be tier listing all the mainline figures of the year. So everything from Legacy United and everything from Studio Series that came out this year. There are a few that are considered 2025 releases, like Overcharge. Um, so we're not going to be putting that on the list. That'll be on the 2025 list next year. See you then. Mark it on your calendar. Bro, the IRS is calling for you. Hey, tax write-off tier list. I'm not writing anything off my taxes, man. I don't know. I genuinely do not know how to do that. Thank God I was blessed without the accent, because if I said anything in COD without an accent, I'd be cursed out by everyone. Crazy story went from skibbity toilet to making fun of two British kids. Hey, that's how every good story should go, in my opinion. 36 minutes in and we're just starting. Brother, it's a stream. You know how much other streamers stream, man? People stream for like 8 hours. I'll do 3 hours on a good day. I think it was 3 hours last night. Before I literally had to tap out. I was too drunk, but um so this is gonna be my list. If I want any like feedback from y'all, I'll make a poll. But it's mostly gonna be my opinion. Do I own every single figure here? No. Maybe next year I will, but this year I will not. So I'm gonna be going off based what I know about other figures, like repaints. I'm gonna be going off reviews I watched. Just pictures of the vibes, essentially. If I haven't owned it, if I have not owned it, then it's gonna be about the vibes of the toy. Okay. And some of them I'll ask chat about. I'll take you guys' opinion into account as well. I miss a drunk stream. It's in the old live streams playlist. I will be turning it into a video, so if you just want to wait for that, they'll probably be out like next week sometime, maybe. The basic story structure should be Skibbity Toilet, Fortnite, and British kids. I agree. Okay, so we're just going to be starting out. Everything's going to be Legacy at first and then Studio Series. Maybe I should have mixed them. I don't know. It's going to be going by size class. So, Core Class, Deluxe, Voyager, you know. Okay, so first things first, we have one that I do own. This guy is Core Class Boulder Crash, Infernac Universe Boulder Crash. What's everybody think about this guy? Me personally, I actually really enjoyed this guy. From the pictures, I didn't think I would really like him. I wasn't super interested. But I think this alt mode is pretty fun. Like, it's strange, but I like it. And I think his robot mode is really cool. I think he's a cool little guy. I don't love the giant stick coming off of his back. If you see here, there's like a giant stick that comes off of his back. That's because he also turns into a sword, supposedly. This thing right here is meant to be a sword. I'll tell you what, no figure I own can hold the weight of this core class figure as if it's a sword. I think I like it. I don't have him, so I can't really say, but he does look cool. Hey, there's plenty I don't have, but I will be saying, brother. His weapon is half his size. Yeah. Bro will be dumber than ever if he drinks. Bruh. You don't understand how dumb I can get. I'm gonna say good. It doesn't blow me away, but I don't think it's mid at all. The colors are cool. The red highlights throughout it look cool. I love his face sculpt. With the visor, he kind of has like a Soundwave vibe. Meh, you're feeling meh on this one, Stained Skin. I like the rock texture on him. It makes him stand out a bit more of a unique type of material deal. I misread that completely, but I get what you mean. So we're just gonna put Boulder Crash in the good tier. Okay. And now we're going. All my toys are blocking my view. Next one we got is the core class Energon Megatron, which I also have. This guy, I'm gonna be honest, he's very close to being bad tier. I think he might be bad tier. The design, I like it. I like the design because I like Energon, but I don't like the way he transforms. I don't like the parts forming thing his lasers do. Uh, like how they come off and you can use them as little blasters. He never did that in the show, so I don't know why you would want to do that. For me, I think this guy is kind of bad tier. And the alt mode is fine, but I don't like the transformation, man. I just did not enjoy it at all. The color here doesn't really work for Megan. What's up, Joe Mama? I don't really like that. Alt mode kind of looks like Silverbolt with the cockpit a little bit. I used to like it, but now I hate it. Put it in bad. I don't mind him that much. If you put Energon Megs in bad, I'm unsubbing and walking into traffic. Maybe bad is too harsh. Maybe bad is too harsh. Maybe he's not getting into good. He's got to go in meh if he's not going in bad, because like I think I feel more meh about him than bad about him. What's up, comics, collectibles, and coolness? He looks cool, but the parts forming is bad. I don't really mind parts forming that much. I just don't like how they used it on this guy. It's definitely a core class figure, yeah. I love this design as Galvatron. Let's go to our tier list here. So I'm gonna put this guy in mid because I think JCC's. I don't think he'll actually unsub and walk into traffic, but I think he's right. I don't know that's bad. I feel nothing for him, which is weird because I grew up with the original toy, and I love that toy. But this guy, I don't know. It just makes me want the original toy. I don't like that he's small as well. I don't like that they made him a core class. I don't understand why they did that. Yeah, if this was Galvatron, it would be better. I do believe Galvatron's on the list. Next up, Tasmania Kid. I did not pick this one up because I didn't know who it was. So, what do you guys think? Jake, I died in Fortnite. That's awful, man. Sorry to hear that. Love this design as Galvatron. Meh works. Okay, good. JCC walking into traffic avoided. Mission successful. That design shouldn't be a core. I hate that they've been making big characters into small figures. Yeah, I don't know why. It seems random, right? Like Starscream, Bumblebee Starscream, and Bumblebee Shockwave. Like, why did those two get core class figures? It's weird. Never got it. That's awful. I don't like him. Never got it. I get why it's like that, but still disappointing. Bad tier. Good solid transformer and looks good with Leo Convoy. I would put it in mid. It's fine, but not that great. I think he looks fine. Like, I do like that he is a small character represented by a core class, because that was something we were just complaining about. And my favorite Beast Wars toy from the newest set of figures is Rat Trap, who is a core class. So I do like that. He seems cool. He seems posable. Maybe is he a retool of Rat Trap? Actually, just looking at his backpack, very forgettable. Didn't know this guy existed. What's up, Frostboy, aka Tate? You looks like a rat. That's what I'm saying. It kind of, now that I'm looking at his backpack, I'm like, is that Rat Trap? But his feet become his beast mode head. Probably not, right? I don't think so. It'd have to be a crazy retool. If it were marketed as his American name Snarl, I would put it in S just for the name. Where's the giant, Mansley? Okay. With that all in mind, I think I'll put him in mid, behind Megatron. Because he doesn't look like a bad figure to me. Maybe he is like a bit forgettable. And I think forgettable qualifies for mid. His feet are faces. Yeah, but I like that. Alright, let's move on. Okay, next up we have this guy. This is Beast Machine's Cheetor. And, I kind of understand why they made a core class of this guy. Like, he's not got a great reputation. And honestly, I don't think this figure helps that much. I think this is kind of a bad figure. I want to like him so much, and for a lot of reasons, I do like him. Uh, I don't hate Beast Machines. I think it's interesting, and I think the designs are interesting. And I kind of wish we had gotten more core class Beast Machines figures. Bad tier. Vomit noises. Goofy odd Cheetor. Goofy odd Cheetor. Who let them cook this up? Yeah, I think this guy unfortunately may be bad tier. But I love some things about him. I love how, the cheetah mode doesn't look good to me, especially the head part. But I do love like the purple accents, like the purple spots. I think that just looks really cool with his color scheme. It's garish, but I kind of like it. What's up, G? What's up, Josie? Can be better. Bad. I've always hated Beast Machine's designs. Cooked and gave us food poisoning. One of the few figures I straight up passed on this year. Brother, stop saying Jake over and over, or I'll ban you. Or send you to Cell Block 1, brother. Rhinox's booster shots hitting. Yeah. He got the Moderna, I think. So let's go ahead and take a look at here. And we're going to give Beast Machine's Cheetor bad. I don't hate him, but I do think he is like a bad toy, quite honestly. I personally like it. Nothing wrong with that. Does some of the Beast Machines kind of go into so bad it's good design? Because some of them are just so goofy I can't help but kind of want them, and yes, I am a part of the problem. Sorry. It's all good, man. Just please don't spam. Let's try and keep the chat looking okay. Fan. Ben's causing trouble. Alright, here we have the Galvatron. I'll be honest, I do like the colors on this guy more, but he's kind of got the same problems for me. I'm just not interested. Not worst? I don't think it's worst. I think he's bad, but I don't think it's worst. What's up, Just Simply Gavin? Where did the Freddy come from? My friend, he works at a school, and for the Scholastic Book Fair, they had this big Freddy Fazbear standee. I guess because there's like a Five Nights at Freddy's books. So after the Scholastic Book Fair, he gave it to me for my birthday. He made me leave the room and set it up. It is the same as the Megatron, different colors. I'm gonna give this guy a meh as well. Just because the color scheme is better for sure, but it doesn't do enough. I'll put it ahead. Hold on. What's up? Me like. The bot behind the massacre at the cockpit looks weird. What the Frederick Fazbear doing? Looks mid, to be honest, slightly better than Megatron. I figured it was part of a display. Those are some of the best things to get. Bummer there wasn't too many cool ones for TF1. Yeah, I know. When I was when I was a kid, my grandma, she worked at 7-Eleven, which is a gas station brand if you don't know. And they had a display for the Transformers movie, either the first one or Revenge of the Fallen. And it was a big like cardboard thing of Optimus Prime, like over the logo, I think. And one day I came home and that was just up on the wall in my room, just a sweet ass Transformers display. When Jake was a young warthog. What's my favorite Transformer? Probably Shockwave or Cliff Jumper. Okay, let's move on to our next victim. Okay, we have Geocron, who is the repaint of Boulder Crash. I'm gonna be for real. I'm sorry, Geocron, but I don't particularly like it. I guess it kind of looks like he's like a rock with dark energon in him. If you're a Prime fan, maybe you could headcanon that a little bit. What Autobot would know the entire FNAF lore? I feel like it would be Bumblebee, right? What universe? I'm thinking animated right now, because that seems like the most likely universe that one of them would read Five Nights at Freddy's. ROT, kid me would have died seeing that on my wall. ROTF hype was cool. Yeah, it was awesome. Movie was awesome when I was a kid as well. I hate that thing's face. He's like, ah! Doesn't work at all. The colors are better? You think better than Boulder Crash? Geocron looks like the troll I'll see in the... Okay, I'm not reading that. I really do not care for this repaint. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think the repaint sets it back enough that I have to put in mid, I think. Like, I don't feel like the paint job for Boulder Crash carries it at all, but I do feel like it just looks better. The head sculpt is way cooler. So I just think it's boring looking. It looks like a piece of dirt, and maybe that's the point. You know, they're rocks. You know, animated Bumblebee would absolutely know the whole FNAF and probably use it to freak out Bulkhead. True. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Finn just walked up and pressed my keyboard. Bro thinks he's a streamer. Jakeless stream. Me and my friend are running duos as Optimus and Bumblebee with Jordans. Bro, this is peak life. Born in the exact right time. Okay, here's one that may be controversial. My animated bias makes me love him, but he definitely has his problems. But I still think he's okay. The FNAF lore master himself. I was hoping to see B in my store, but he never showed up. The clear plastic kind of scares me, though. I don't like the clear plastic. Am I the only one that does not care about clear plastic? Like, I know it's a little bit scary, but I never really had clear plastic crack on my toys as a kid. J. Craig, please stop spamming. Toy itself is alright, nothing special to me. Clear plastic is a no for me just because of the yellowing to come. Is that the issue? It'll yellow? Isn't he already yellow? uh, Let me just say this: the alt mode is absolutely perfect. They nailed this alt mode. That's why I have him in alt mode because it's just perfect. I love it. I love holding it. It just makes me happy to see it in real life because his alt mode is one of my favorite Bumblebee alt modes. Um, but the robot mode does not hit the mark for me. It doesn't look enough like animated Bumblebee. There's something just off about the proportions. Like Prime. I mean, obviously a spoiler for future one, but Prime gets the proportions correct, like so good. This guy looks just like the show. His head's a little different, sure, but you know I can ignore it. He mostly looks exactly like the show. Transform it. I haven't transformed him in forever. I don't. We gotta keep this moving because there's a lot of stuff. So I will not transform it. But I just the robot mode. I want to like it. The head sculpt's perfect, but the robot itself, I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. But the question is, does that mean he's mid or does that mean he's at the bottom of good? Because I don't think he's a terrible figure by any means. He doesn't look exactly like the thing I like, which is what I want it to do because we haven't gotten an animated Bumblebee in forever. You know what I mean? But also that's not super fair. Maybe I should do a poll, man. This one hurts me too much. I think I'm gonna run a poll, and you guys. Okay, choose either good or mid on the poll. Bottom good, top mid. Fan. We need a new tier for him. We can't make a new tier for every troublesome toy that comes across our desk. Could be better. I agree. He could be better for sure. OMG, y'all are haters for real. Okay, 18 votes. I'll end the poll in 1 minute. So if anyone hasn't voted yet, it looks like he's gonna end up in good. Okay. I'm gonna end the poll. He is in good. He'll probably be at the end of good. But fan. But he made it. He made it into good, which does make me happy. I think the alt mode is really good. Like they made the alt mode perfectly, and then they had to make a robot mode, and it didn't work. I do not envy the manufacturers of the animated toys because it seems like a nightmare trying to work out a show accurate robot mode. I agree. I think I also do not envy them, and I'm not being hateful. I think the mold looks really good on a wasp. I'm I don't know why, but for wasp it looks really good to me. For Bumblebee it doesn't look right, but for wasp it kind of looks perfect. Am I the only one that feels like that? Low voice crack. Low end of good. The dark side wasn't strong enough. Okay, moving on. We have the Legacy United Chase. Haven't gotten this figure. I don't have the Bumblebee either. So I'm completely blind on this guy. How do you guys feel about Chase, if any of you have him? How you doing? I feel like B pulls it off better than Wasp. Yeah, I'm kind of opposite. I think the colors just look great on the figure. Good. My voice is. I might have been hollering yesterday. I feel like I must have been because my voice just it keeps giving out. What's up, Pug Brick Productions? I love this figure so much. This mold is better for Chase and Cliff Jumper. I thought the Cliff Jumper looks pretty good. Like his alt mode looks pretty good. Whoop whoop! It's the sound of the police. You love Chase JCC. Do you think he's good tier or best tier? I don't have it. Bumblebee at the bottom of the list means 2025. Means 2025 perfect accurate Ratchet baby. Here we come. Let's go animated Ratchet. Animated Ratchet and animated Bulkhead. I get so mad when people put that prime Bulkhead with the animated guys. That man does not look anything like animated Bulkhead. Bro thinks he's on the team. Okay. The alt mode looks like Legos. Yeah, kinda. Now that you mention it. Oh my god. Finn. No. Bad boy. You know that's not for you. Play with your toy. Ah! Fuck! He bit me. Best for you? Oh, I don't know. No. Not perfect, but almost so. Good, I think captures the look of the show super well. Okay, that's a bonus. Overhated. What's up, Allie Callie? You didn't. Oh, I have the Cliff Jumper mold. It's pretty cool. The Cliff Jumper looks better than this one to me. So let's go back to the tier list here. Where are we going to put Chase? Chase. Finn. Sorry, guys. Finn is he's throwing a doggy temper tantrum. Do you guys see Chase? Do you see him? Where is he? Let's play Where's Waldo, but it's Chase. Oh, I found him. Okay. We're gonna put Chase, and look, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of bests. For me, I can't. I don't love how he looks, to be honest. I don't love it. I've seen this guy in the stores a lot of the time that I go out, and I've just never been even tempted by him. I believe he's probably a really good figure, and I believe I should check him out maybe. But I'm gonna put him in good and probably the Cliff Jumper in best. Hi Jake, it's me, Doc's Animation on my other account. Cool. Chase shoulders are no good. Your device will die soon. Sorry to hear that. Maybe you should charge it. Okay, next up we have Magnius, Infernac Universe Magnius. So I don't have Magnius, but I do have Calcitron. So, this is the OG Calcitron. I think this guy looks cool. I like the colors. I like the dark look to him. He ends up being a little plain looking because of it. But if you don't fuck with the rescue bots, then I can't fuck with Finn. No. Bruh, you are making things way too difficult. That is literally just a rock. His face sculpt is really cool looking. I love his face sculpt. But I think the colors are just so muted. Yeah, I think good. Finn, no, he's gonna knock down the gate, bro. Give me 1 second. Can we get a doggo cameo? There he is. Finn, look at the camera. Wow, Oh. Yeah, I guess he doesn't like streaming. Do you guys think that made him less hyper? The dog. Friend. What a blessed time to come to stream. What were we ranking? Windblade. What do we think about Windblade? I already fed him. Windblade. This is Cyberverse Windblade specifically. Hello? Are you gonna come down? He just ran off when I said that. He has not been tamed. He just ran off and grabbed a sock. Where do you get this? Honestly, overrated. Is it overrated? Top mid. Bulky jet girl. I was looking at, so it's been a while since I watched Cyberverse, and I'll say that the figure is very accurate to the cartoon. I'll do mid, because I also haven't gotten the figure, so I don't really have any strong opinions. But it doesn't look, it hasn't looked good enough to me that I want it. Essentially, what's in my beard? Okay. Next up, Chromia. I do have Chromia right here. Cool color scheme. She's got her pretty patty weapons. So here's the thing. I like Chromia in the cartoon. I remember her. Her alt mode didn't really look like this, and she had a shield. She had like a shield, like that was her main weapon in the show, and she doesn't have a shield here. You know, it's just a straight repaint with a new head. She do got the Among Us head though. Among Us. But I love the colors. I love the blue and the light and the teal. It just looks awesome to me, her colors. So I'm kind of mixed on it. I think it's a good figure. I don't think it's super accurate, which I don't like, but I still think it's good. It's like really nice to look at. And it's a cool version of Chromia. Usually the Chromias we get are like a car, just an ugly car. This is what we kept getting. But I think the motorcycle looks really cool for her. Mid, I like the blue. I'm also biased toward this prowl mode because it doesn't look like him beyond the chest and maybe the lower legs. Are you biased against it or for it? I think it does look like prowl. I don't understand what you're saying. So I'm gonna put this in good tier. I'm gonna put Legacy Chromia in good tier. Next up, we have Gears. I've heard a lot of good things about Gears, and I feel like he looks really cool. I've never seen a Gears in store, so I don't own one, but I would definitely buy one if I saw it. He'd probably fit right in with the 86 guys. What's up, Jawtastic? I love this mold. Is the wheel supposed to be lopsided? I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right here, the wheel is like bent inward. I don't think so. Good toy. I got him. He's very fun. Yeah. So spoiler alert for the Web Fishing Wednesday Diamond Bolt video. It's going to come out on Wednesday. It's an interview between me and Diamond Bolt. You can watch the full 2-hour uncut video right now if you become a channel member. In that video, I asked Diamond Bolt, what's your favorite Transformer of the year? And first thing he said was Gears. Then he said, oh yeah, SS-86 Optimus came out. But the first thing he said before he remembered SS-86 Optimus existed was Gears. So I'm going to put it there. He looks great. I love the colors. Every time I've seen someone talk about him, it's always high praise. So he kind of looks like Huffer. Put him in best. The wheels are hidden in his chest. Mid. Okay, a few people are not high on the Gears train. That's understandable. You know, let's bygones be bygones. Now I can't unsee the broken wheel. They thought they could get it past us. Okay, next up is Shard, who is one I haven't gotten, but I do plan to buy at some point. This is one of the Infernac universe characters. I think the third and final mold, right? Like, all the rest of the Infernac universe characters are recolors, right? Once you have him in hand, he's very good. I like this one. Looks good. Shard is also cool. But he's painful because of his spikes. I think Shard is a female, according to the lore people. What small lore there is, I think Shard is a female. I've never seen this one. Is that supposed to be feathers or leaves? Shard is an Infernac universe character, so she is made of rocks. So those are rocks, but they're like orientated in a way like when she's flying, she looks like she's going fast. Bro, it's a freaking rock copter. Looks like an abandoned helicopter mutated. Smash. Mossbot gives me Cybertron Vortex vibes. I really like the look of Shard. I think I'm thinking Shard will go into a high category. I'm thinking I don't know if I can do best on too many of them that I don't own, but I'm gonna put it at the top of good because it's one I literally want to buy. I just haven't yet. Interesting concept. I dig it. I like that. Is that on purpose? Was that a pun? That's a woman. Well, it's a robot to be 100% clear, but identifies as a woman, yes. I like the battle mask. Yeah, a lot of their heads are cool. Like, I'd say every Infernac universe robot has a cool head, except for Geocron. Okay, here we have Cybertron Universe Hotshot. Or, yeah, Cybertron Universe Hotshot. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have the original as a kid. But this guy has to transform exactly like it, right? Like, it's gotta be a 1-to-1. I'm pretty sure it's a remold of a Siege Sideswipe. I could be wrong, but felt like it. I like him, but I don't love him. And that's my biggest issue, is that he's fine. But this design for Hot Rod isn't super amazing to me. I much prefer the hot Armada version. And am I saying hot rod or hot shot? Hot shot in Cybertron. I don't really remember him too much. I know he had like two different forms, but I kind of felt like he wasn't a main character anymore. So I don't know. He looks cool. Maybe I'll get the Excellion repaint that I think they're gonna put out, but I think it might be mid tier for me. Could do a Shattered Glass repaint. Not too impressed with this figure. Gives off Lightning McQueen looks. I could kind of like his robot mode. He could kind of give Lightning McQueen as a robot. Our worlds are in danger. The light blue doesn't really sit light for me for a character named Hotshot. This was how he looked in the show, or in the original toy as well. But the Armada version, he was completely yellow. Yeah, kind of a weird color choice for him. Armada, Energon, and Cybertron were so weird about names and naming like Transformers things. Like, you know, I don't even think about it most of the time. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's Hotshot. Why not? Okay, so he's gonna go into mid tier. And what is next? What's next on the list? It is Nucleus. Now, I don't own Nucleus, but this guy is interesting. He's a retool repaint of Magnius, and he looks cool. He's got some shiny parts here. He's got a really cool sort of head sculpt. I like these rocket pieces. He's an interesting looking character. Sorry, Jake, gotta go. All good, man. What's up, Kirby Verby? I'm part of the Transformers community on Scratch. If you don't know Scratch, it's a coding app. That's awesome. I like the night look. Awesome. I have it, and it's a good figure. He looks better than Magnius, but the color differences suck. Do you mean like the dark color versus the lighter color? I believe these darker ones though are metallic, like on Calcitron. So on Calcitron here, you can see some parts of him have like a metallic shine. It might be a little bit hard to see on camera. But I don't know if that really bothers me. Salt car. The gray windshield looks fine on its own, but the sharp contrast. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the vehicle mode looks rough to me. I think I could safely put him right next to Magnius. I think like there's the same level of good. Okay, moving on, we have RID01 Sideburn. Now, I do have Sideburn. He's not on my desk, but I have Sideburn somewhere. I don't know where I put him, but I do own him. And I think he is cool. I do have some big issues with him. In hand, I think he's really cool. I'm glad I have him because he'll look cool next to RID01 Prime and Magnus. I feel like I signed myself up to get every RID01 figure because I ordered that thing. I like the robot mode, but not the alt. The alt mode is a huge problem for me because I think the car mode looks awesome until you get to the here. What is this? Why does it look like this? Why would you make the front of a sports car look like this? So strange. If they just pushed it in a little, it looked better. But I don't. don't know why it looks like this, man. It kind of ruins the whole look for me. And the way the hood goes, like, locks into the car mode, I'm sure other people that have this figure know what I mean. It is just a pain in the ass. Like, I take it apart to put it on. It's like not worth it. Also, his gun looks like a fish. It looks like the fish Lego. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Okay. So I do like this figure more than most people, I feel like, but I do feel like he might qualify as bad because the alt mode is really rough. The transformation has some issues that I can't look past. I just can't. And he just doesn't really look enough like the character Sideburn. Bye, Jake. Have a nice Christmas. See you, man. Thanks. This is bad. As a huge Dodge Viper fan, this is such a letdown. It looks like a race car from Fortnite. Yeah, so that's gonna be Sideburn. Wish I could give him better. I don't hate him. I do like messing with him, but I just wish he didn't have all the problems he has. It was my birthday yesterday. Happy belated. I got Transformers Earthspark Megatron Warrior class for my 15th birthday at Walmart, and in the first week it broke all over the place. That sucks. Transformers Toys designer is not a job I envy just because trying to get the right balance of making the bot in alt mode look good seems like a pain in the ass. Yeah, and not to mention they have a budget to work with, so, some of these issues we see is probably because they just couldn't, like, Hasbro, the company, would not let the designers stretch the money out to make these guys perfect. Because in a perfect world, they probably remold this hood piece so it doesn't look like this. Probably in a perfect world. Um, Race car that got into an accident. It has no headlights and no grill. Yeah. My sister bought me a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I am not building that shit. Okay, next up, we got this goat. We have this goat. This is G1 Universe Optimus Prime, missing link at home. This was a surprising reveal for me. I was not expecting this guy. Uh, and I wasn't even expecting to like him that much. I mean, I knew when I saw him, I was like, I gotta get him. He's incredibly strange. Like, just him existing is strange, so gotta have it. But when I got it, man, I love it. It was $20, superposable, looks like the old G1 Optimus. He's significantly smaller, but I mean, he looks close enough, man. Like, I really like this guy. I'm shocked at how much I like this guy. And and honestly, I'm just gonna full send put him in best tier right away because I really enjoy him. Like, I am shocked at how much I enjoy him. Peak Deluxe Prime. What's up, Log Remastered? I want that figure so bad. Him and Studio Series TF1 Prime are some of the best Deluxe Primes in the past few years. What's up, Truester Tube? Bye, Danny. This guy looks too good for his own good. Recently picked up G1 Prime, and he is such a good boy. Yes, he's he's friend shaped, which he is just friend shaped. I know everyone gets annoyed when our buddy Optimum Pride gets another figure, but he's gonna fund our niche glup shido figures in the future, so another 20 billion figures to Prime. Yeah, and honestly, we buy them. like like how mad can we get if we keep buying them? You know, like I'm just not gonna buy it. Hopefully that will be the last interruption, but probably not. Okay, let's move on. Quake. Okay, I don't like how this guy looks, man. He just the hamburger tank look, generic robot mode. I don't know anything about this guy. No, he's not getting a mad whooping. I wouldn't hit my dog. I just needed to build a facility where he would stop bothering us. This is absolute peak. Really enjoy your channel, so thank you and hope you have a great Christmas, man. Thanks. What's up, Bird Labs? You Quake. Tank mode looks like Dookie, kind of bad. Not a fan of it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this guy in worst. I do not care for him at all. I know Rain from my Discord likes this figure, but I just can't. I can't back it. Jake, should I buy an Optimus Prime hat I saw at the thrift store? What's it look like? Hasbro should start something called the Fan Universe to create fan characters like Five Nights at Freddy's did. That would be cool, but that may create problems in the future. It'd be tricky. I hate the modern Target Master partner figures. Yeah, I didn't even put those individually on here. Don't care. I love that color of red. Yeah, the red and blue, it looks fine. But, I don't know. Something boring about them. Next, we have Cyberverse Universe Slipstream, who is a repaint of Windblade. It looks like your Optimus Prime shirt, but it can actually fit me. Yeah, go for it. This looks... I don't know. It looks fine. I'm happy Slipstream got a figure. The worst Transformers characters are the Chris Chan OCs. I don't think it looks terrible. I like the colors a little bit more than Windblade, but I think it's mid at best, to be honest with you. I think it might be mid. Or do we think bad? Now, let's say bottom of mid, because I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. I prefer Slipstream to Windblade. The colors are better. Yeah, I think it's mid. Let's go ahead and move on to animated Optimus Prime. This figure is potentially my favorite figure of the year. It's hard to decide. Finally, we have a proper Voyager class Optimus Prime. I always felt like that original animated Voyager was like probably one of the weakest toys in the line for me. I just feel like it did not do Optimus justice like the other figures did for other characters. And this guy is just... he's everything I could have wanted in a Transformers animated Prime figure. I do feel like this guy will have another release in the future, or at least I hope so, because I'd love a version that has his flight pack and a faceplate. I think that would be awesome. He looks too bulky to me and doesn't have a faceplate. Nah, man. If you pose him the right way, he looks perfect. Maybe the arms are like a bit high up, but dude, it's picture perfect. His axe is his axe. Oh my god, is just awesome. So happy this guy exists in the same timeline as me, and I love his transformation, especially the legs. How the legs like open up and fold like this and go around. Like, I think that's a really cool way to do a Transformers Optimus Prime transformation. So this guy is gonna go in best, absolutely. No question. This man is going in best. Animated Optimus looks weird with a faceplate. I kind of agree. He doesn't use it that often. Like him without the faceplate, I think is more accurate to the character. Though I understand why people like the faceplate, but he's like the one Prime where I think him not having a faceplate kind of works. Okay, next up we have Thundertron. This is the original one. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this deco. I don't like the darker deco for this guy. The head is a little bit boring. He's cool. You know, I think he's a cool figure for sure. But I do feel like this version is not that interesting. Probably put him in good tier. Mid, don't care for this thing. I think he's cool. I like the Zoid's influence on his alt mode. I like that he's a pirate. I like that he has a peg leg. I like all those things. It's just the color scheme is a little bit boring, and his head sculpt is a little bit boring. Especially compared to his Walmart exclusive version, which I do own. Where is? So I own this version, which has brighter colors and a better head sculpt and a hook hand. And I think this guy is like, he's not like crazy better, but I think his vibes are just better. Or am I doing repaints? Yeah, I'm doing exclusives. Okay, Silverbolt. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a super big Silverbolt like design fan in general. Like, I don't love the colors. I don't really love like the combined animal gimmick thing. So I'm kind of a hater out the gate. Not a huge hater, but kind of a hater. So I'm just gonna let you guys say what you think about him, and I'll go off what you guys say, because I don't think he looks terrible, but it's just the color scheme that bores me, and I don't like it when Transformers turn into things that don't really exist. Like, I'm fine with the Cybertronian form usually, but uh, I don't know. I prefer real life vehicles and real life animals, even if that makes me a little bit boring, I guess. Heard mostly bad things about him. Mid, not the best. We know Perspective N hates this. Did he hate it? I know he didn't like it as much as he wanted to, because I'm pretty sure he loves Silverbolt. It seems like mid is the big opinion here. How could you not like him? Well, I don't know the character that well, to be honest, but I don't like how he looks, is what I'm saying. Okay, we'll just put this man in mid, since that seems to be the big opinion. Okay, next up we have Cybertron Starscream. This is one I definitely want. I missed him when he was in the store. There's a video of me toy hunting, and I just missed it. Are you doing Studio Series 2? Yep, it's at the end of the list. So it's going to be all Legacy, then all Studio Series. Peak. Best. He's cool. Our worlds are in danger. Best tier. I hated this Starscream the first time I messed with him, but now I love him. I'm not big on the Cybertron Starscream design. I feel the same. I think he's fine. I had the OG big ass Starscream back in the day. But I just feel like I don't love his design in Cybertron. It's fine. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, you know. I think I'm gonna put him in good. Probably my favorite figure I got this year. Damn. Maybe I should do best based on chat's recommendation. Cause no, I can't. I can't in good conscience. I'll put him at the top of good. And maybe he would be best if I had bought him, but I didn't buy him. Unfortunately. I like the idea of them dipping more into fantastical creatures because, well, these are giant talking robots, might as well go big or go home. For sure. Like, I don't think it's a terrible, if you like those, you're terrible or anything. It's just not something I like that much. Not gonna, yeah, okay. I feel like he is similar to Armada. I don't feel that. Unless you mean the toy itself, I don't feel like he's similar to the Armada design. Like, there's kind of parts there, but... Okay, next up we have the Legacy version of Vector Prime. I am a big fan of Vector Prime's design. I haven't picked this guy up yet. I do plan to. I am not sure how to feel about him. I know he has some QC issues. I've heard that a lot. But I don't know. I love his design. I know he's a repaint, redeco of G-Axis, and then he has these little dang hinges on his legs. I think that's lazy. I think they should have resculpted these into like gears. I think that would have been cool. But I you know, I kind of can't help it. I think he looks awesome. He gives Alpha Trion. Good. Best. Definitely peak. I am kind of feeling like I want to put him in best. I feel like I'm gonna love him. He was my first Cybertron figure. I love his vibes. The reason I got him because I didn't even know what Cybertron was. I went to Hawaii to visit my dad for 2 months, and when I left, Energon was going. Energon toys were out on the shelves, and then when I came back, Transformer Cybertron was playing, and Cybertron toys were on the shelves. And this was the first guy I saw, and it was like Vector Prime. There's another Prime, like, you know. He's gold. He's white and gold in TF1. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a TF1 version of him. Uh, so we're going to switch to here, and I think I'm going to put him in best. I'm going to put him in low best because I haven't played with him, but I love this character. I love his design. I think it does look faithful to that Cybertron design. So yeah, I'm gonna put him there. Vector Prime should have been his own mold. I agree. I feel like every character should be their own mold, but we also do have to live in a reality. Like, you know, they have budgets. They can't make every figure a new figure. They can't make a new Slipstream, even though she's a Seeker. This doesn't really look like her. It's annoying for sure, but, you know, they do have to make those choices sometimes. What's up, Max M? The G-Axis mold is great, and this figure makes it better in a few ways. Awesome. Okay, moving on. We have the Comic Colors Metal Hawk. What is this recolor? It's a recolor of Metal Hawk. I know that, but he doesn't look that different, right? He's just like a little bit brighter. I don't know who Metal Hawk is, quite honestly. I think he like a UK comics character. What's chat's opinion on this guy? I'll probably just go with chat here. Metal Hawk is he's like a, is he a, no, never mind. Metal Hawk Tua. Awesome. I've actually never heard someone say that before, so actually +2. I hear he has a fun transformation. I don't feel like this guy is peak to me. The jet mode looks goofy. He looks cool, but he kind of looks like just a guy in the background to me. He's a Japanese character. He was a pretender. Mid, kinda don't like the jet mode. Colors are too clashy in the alt mode. Great character in IDW. What's up, Millie the Pumpkin? Yeah, what are we feeling for the tier though? What are we feeling? Because I feel personally mid, but I am willing to go to good if you guys think he's really awesome. He's straight up a remold of Cyclonus. I was gonna ask that, but I was like, no way he's a remold of Cyclonus. He's good enough, not amazing or anything. The entire gimmick of the original Metal Hawk is that the toy had a metal chest, which no other pretender had. Okay, that's interesting. Mid, good. Tuesday. Sir, it is Saturday. Last of good. Yeah, let's go last of good. You know, subject to change. Okay, we have a Motor Master here who looks awesome. It's crazy to me that they made a Motor Master. I love this design. I love this design when it was a BotCon exclusive. I love it now. I can't believe he exists. They should have reissued Siege Skywarp instead of him. Yeah. They probably should have reissued like 400 different figures instead of that Metal Hawk. Pretend on that thing. God damn. Best. Yeah, it's gonna be the same one as Animated Optimus. Like, I'm not. Come on, why would I not put him in the same place as Animated Optimus? It's all the good things about Animated Optimus, but he's black and purple and has a blocky head. I love it. Yes, the head is awesome. Just, I don't know whose idea this was, but thank you, good sir. This guy is not even like traditionally in canon to the universe. He's like a BotCon character or something. Dumbest possible figure. We just got G1 Motor Master, and while it's really cool, why is this the first animated con a retool? I agree that we do need way more animated Decepticons. I need a Megatron. I need a Starscream, Lugnut, a proper Lockdown, because that Star Raiders one is not animated Lockdown. Best Ross exclusive. I have not seen him at Ross. If I could find him at Ross, that'd be awesome. All right, next up we have Tigerhawk, which is one I was very tempted to get one day. I ended up not getting him because I really do not know the character at all. But man, he just looks so cool. I know I'm like against the mutant animals thing, and I mostly am. Like, I don't love his alt mode, but his robot mode, he just has a sick visor. Like, I love a good visor. He's got a cool green visor. He looks buff as hell. I love the white and purple color scheme. It stands out to me. I recently started watching animated. That's awesome. Imagine animated Toxitron. I would love that. We need animated Blitzwing. Whoa, Jake has looked at Metal Hawk and Tiger Hawk 2. Tiger Hawk 2, god damn it. Why is this happening to me? This exists? I've seen it once in real life. I really like this Tiger Hawk. I think Silverbolt is really good, but this one is great. Bad? Why is it bad? You guys really think it's bad? He looks awesome. Best? I'm thinking high good right now, since I have not gotten him. That's a technical foul. Jake passed the potion. I'm not drinking any more potion for a while, brother. Jake needs a potion break. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put him in good because I think he looks awesome. He's a big guy. I like a leader that is actually big. I'm so tired of these leaders that are not big at all, and he looked beefy. I'm a sucker for asymmetrical transformations, and Tiger Hawk's got one. Only ever saw T fan pages review. I should watch that. Okay, next up we have Sandstorm. I'm gonna be honest. I think this guy looks awesome. Like his two modes look great. His robot mode looks cool. I love the orange colors. I love his little hat. He's a big guy for you. What do we think? What do we think about Sandstorm? I know some people were mad he was a leader class figure, but if we want triple changers, it just seems like they have to be leader class. They're not gonna do them at Voyager. Best. Should have made Octane instead. I passed on this one, but he does look good. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting not getting him. He might be on my short list. I have one. He's a great figure. Jin selects Blackout win. I know his alt mode, his helicopter mode is so primed for a Blackout repaint. Okay, you can't say Sandstorm Tua. That doesn't work. That's not. That doesn't work. What tiers are we working with? So we got best, good, mid, bad, and worst. And things are trending positive, let me say. Things are trending very positive right now. And I do feel like Sandstorm is pretty good. His chest is wonky. Okay. He looks dope, but I didn't buy since I have Generation Sandstorm. Okay. Sometimes when you design a character, you just need to make sure it looks raw as fuck and not need to worry if it makes sense or not. I agree. I agree. I agree. I think mid, low, good. High, mid, low, good. Good. Top of good, bottom of best. Do I know the band Rehab? I've never heard of that. What type of music do they make? Yeah, I've heard his chest doesn't lock in. Let's just say top of good for now. I don't have him, so I can't really give my definitive opinion, but he does look cool. To me, he looks really cool. Next up, we got the Galvatron repaint of Megatron. So I don't have this guy yet. I do plan to get him because I love this Megatron. Um, And when I was a kid, I always wanted the Galvatron, even though I had the Megatron and it was just white Megatron. I really wanted him because I love the purple colors for him. I think the white looks cool. Like he's got aura to me. Galvatron Tua. You like him big, you like him chunky. I have the Megatron version of this mold and it's absolutely awesome. Yeah. They made bartender songs so hard. It's so hard you gave them a genre because OK album will go part country to hip hop. It's the most wild. I mean, I guess I'll check it out, man. Controversial is don't like the design for Megatron, and I don't like these colors. Just picked them up and really good, but some loose leg joints. The ones on my Megatron are fine. I feel like UT has great Galvatrons across the board. Yeah, I would agree. For this is gonna be a Jake thing probably. This is straight up nostalgia fueled. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in best because I love that mold. I love these colors. I always wanted the Galvatron, so I'm sorry. This is a nostalgia pick for sure. Okay, we have the leader class Soundwave here, which as we all know, sorry. Okay, we have the leader class Soundwave here, which as we all know is a repack of of the Siege, or I don't even know which one it was. Some Soundwave from a while ago. This guy came with a Buzzsaw, Ravage, and someone. Can you guys remind me? I didn't put them on the list. Uh, I've heard people don't like this guy. I think he looks fine. I think he looks like a good Soundwave. I feel like we could get a way better, like 86 Soundwave in the near future. Best, peak. I despise this pack. Should have only included Soundwave and Buzzsaw and sell him as a Voyager pack like Blaster. It's an Earthrise repack. My only problem is I have that doesn't tab in properly. This is not the Legend Soundwave. Squeezing the last dime out of this mid mold before the 86 version. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I think there's obviously going to be an 86 version. I think this guy is fine. I'll put him like middle of good. I think this guy is fine. I'll put him in like middle of good. Uh, but yeah, he's a leader class, which is a little overpriced, and they didn't in my opinion, they did not justify the cost. Up next, we have Magmatron, Commander Magmatron, who I got just a couple days ago as a early Christmas gift from my girlfriend. This is, I love this guy. I thought he looked amazing from the moment I saw him, and now I finally have him, and he's genuinely such a strange, interesting toy that it's like I love him. I don't know anything about his character. I know he's like a villain of one of the Beast Wars sequels. His name is Magmatron. That's sick as hell. He's made out of 3 different dinosaurs. His posability is a little bit limited due to the kibble and the combination, but but he's awesome. I'm sorry, he's just awesome. He's a dude made out of dinosaurs. Like Magmatua, absolutely. Magmatua is amazing. Magmatron is as peak as it gets. I'm biased towards Beast Formers, but this guy rules. And I like that they have the dinosaur forms and they can combine into this like freaky dinosaur. I just think that's funny, and I am glad it gives you the option to have like the fantasy creature or the real creatures. Bro, it's an organic Power Rangers Megazord. Oh my god, you're so right. He's a main villain in Beast Wars Neo. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in peak. I think he's amazing. It's a guy made out of dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. I don't know how I'm not gonna put him in peak. Um, he's expensive, yeah, but he is also massive, man. He is a big toy. Like, check this guy out next to Commander Prime. Look at him. He's gigantic. You could fit a Commander Prime inside him, man. And you know, Commander Prime comes with his trailer and all that, but it's all about the transformation complexity. But but he's a big figure. He feels worth it. He's heavy. He's hefty. I need them to make a big convoy to go with him. Yeah. Okay, next up we have the tidal wave. Okay, man. I just want to say I am a massive Transformers Armada fan. Yeah, I'd say it's my first Transformers show. You know, it's like my G1 essentially. And, you know, getting a tidal wave, a Titan class tidal wave is amazing. It's like, you know, I never thought this would happen, sort of thing, you know? So I'm really happy he exists. I think he's a good figure. I don't have him, but I've watched reviews. I've watched a bunch of reviews, and he looks like a really good figure. There's two things that kind of get me with this guy. He does not have his minicon, which is absolutely incredibly ridiculous. That he does not have a minicon. He turns into a base, but he doesn't have a minicon. We're getting the $150 Star Convoy for Age of the Primes, and he has a Hot Rod minicon. So what is it? Why does Tidal Wave not have a minicon? Why does he not have Ramjet? Seriously. Like, what is their issue? Like, I get it for the Deluxes and Voyagers, like, you would have to change the price. It'd cause some issues, sure. But this guy is massive. You're telling me you could not find any money in the budget to do Ramjet? Are you serious? I'm sorry. I don't find it acceptable. Not at all. Not at all. It's weird they haven't released a Minicon multi-pack yet. I know. I'm waiting for one. I'll buy one immediately. But please, just make a different price point. I don't know. Do something special to get these Minicons, because I had a because I had a revelation recently. I bought the Power Links Hotshot that comes with Jolt, and that Jolt figure is so amazing. And he completes the Hotshot figure to me. It feels like all my Transformers Armada characters are incomplete. Optimus is amazing, but he doesn't have Sparkplug. Megatron is fantastic. He doesn't have Leader 1. They don't feel complete. And that's been really bothering me. So I'd love to put this guy in S tier. I think I'm going to have to put him at top of good. Also, he's in the purple colors, which I prefer the green colors. I prefer the green colors on him, just because that's why I watched it as a kid. I don't hate the purple. I would buy the purple. I'm not gonna buy him, but I would prefer green. But that's just my perspective on it. So I'm gonna put him in good. Could have been the best. Could have been the best, man. Okay, next up is the Star Raiders Cannonball. I think this guy's really cool. I remember seeing Cannonball back in the day, and I liked his vibe. You know, he's a repaint of Red Alert. We haven't gotten like the normal Red Alert. You should really get the Siege Mini Bot 2-packs. I have a few. I have the ones that combine into a spaceship. Um, I mean, they're not the Minicons I grew up with though. Like, they're cool little robots, but they're not my Minicons. What is this? This is the Star Raiders capsule Walmart exclusive Cannonball. His ex-wife took the Minicons in the divorce. Good, I have him. He's a favorite of the Skids remolds. Good. I can't believe I thought this was a Red Alert pre-tool. It could be turned into Cybertron Red Alert for sure. I mean it basically is, but it's also a retool of someone else. I'm gonna give him a good. I think he's really cool. I don't have him. I've never even seen him in store. But I'll give him a good. Next up, we have the Star Raiders Filch. Is this supposed to be a failed pre-tool of Armada Red Alert that was replaced by AOTP Red Alert? No. No. A Cannonball has always been a repaint of Cybertron Red Alert. So that's why he looks like Red Alert. Is because he used a repaint of the Cybertron version. Here we have Filch, who is this Air Razor repaint, repainted into purple. I really like these colors. I'm not gonna lie. I really like, kind of giving me a Chromia type vibe. Like, I would just buy it just because it has nice colors. But besides that, it's an Air Razor retool. I've been there, done that. um, Filch looks more interesting than that boring Rise of the Beast Air Razor mold. Yeah, I think low end of good is fine. Yeah, I do like it, but I'm not like after it. Okay, next up we have the Lockdown, Star Raiders Lockdown, who is a repaint of, I don't know, a Junkion character, right? I forget what the Junkion character's name is, but he's a repaint of one of those ones that comes apart. He comes apart. It's kind of thematic for his character since he steals other robots' parts. Um, and he's got his hook hand and all that. I want to like him, but he's cool. He's obviously not animated lockdown, but him existing means that we won't get animated lockdown for a while. Um, I liked Legacy Lockdown. I don't get why people didn't. I think most people feel like Lockdown is a character that deserves his own mold. Like, I feel like a repaint for Lockdown kind of sucks because he's an original character to an animated, um, and he deserves a little bit more. And I don't think this is meant to be animated Lockdown. I think it's meant to be like just a random universe lockdown, like, I don't know, G1 universe lockdown or some crap like that. Because his face mold doesn't really look like animated lockdown. He looks like the Generations mold. Yeah, I think he's fine. I'm gonna put him at the top of mid. I don't know. It's not animated lockdown, and that's what I want. So lockdown needs a remake, and they called him Anna. No, he's called Star Raiders Lockdown. He's not called Animated Universe. I did just get Revenge of the Fallen Lockdown for my birthday. Yeah, it's Revenge of the Fallen Lockdown that he looks like, right? Okay, next up we have a Star Raiders Road Pig, who is a repaint of Crash Bar. I am kind of vibing with the Road Pig. I like the G2 Autobot symbol. You can't see in this picture, but the other side of his motorcycle mode has just the word Transformers on the side, which I think is funny. He's a good-looking robot mode. He's a good-looking motorcycle mode. I mean, though, his robot mode is cool. He's a cool-looking dude. I don't know. I think he's kind of cool. Less appealing than Crash Bar. I do like Crash Bar's colors more. High good. Less appealing. Yeah. I am gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in low good. Low good for Crash Bar. Okay, next up we have Farak. Farak, I've seen him in store. He's the only Star Raider I've seen in stores. And I don't know. I kind of don't care for his color scheme. He just looks like a weird looking Cyclonus. So that's kind of my issue with him. Fan. Hey. Just mid, didn't fit the character. Mid, white Cyclonus. Yeah, white Cyclonus, red face. I don't know. He kind of looks like an angry snowman to me or something. Good. I know he looks plain, but he looks so much better in person. Filch is in. I dropped my phone on my face when you laughed. Finn is a cute puppy. Yeah. It's Finn. Looks like an ambulance plane. Yeah, it does. What's up, Pac Man fan? Uh, I'm gonna put him in lower mid. He's really close to bad for me. I do not like his paint job at all. But I think people like the Cyclonus mold, so I feel like he's probably not bad as a toy. Fan. No. Albino Cyclones. Okay, next up we have our Star Raiders multi-pack Thundertron, which I do own, and we're also counting Night Strike in this rating as well. We'll count them as a pair. So I think this is a perfect upgrade to the original. Fan, what are you doing? Oh. Well, by mainline, are we just talking about Legacy? No, we're also gonna do Studio Series. We're just doing the thing. No, get away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I yelled. Um, sorry. He was getting into something he should not be getting into. Um, no, we're talking about Studio Series after all the Legacy stuff. So yar har fiddle dee dee. Yeah, he's got a hook hand, which is super funny. He's got a peg leg, and his head sculpt is so much better. He comes with Night Strike, who is a rat bat repaint that transforms into a pirate flag. I don't know. I think this guy is kind of prime for best. Best, I like him. He was getting into the potion collection. Nah. This dude's peak. I'm thinking peak, man. Pirate with a hook hand and a parrot bat that turns into a flag. Kind of think it might be best. Kind of feeling best on this. Low best though. Low best. Okay, and now we have Calcitron, who I really like. I'm gonna put this guy in best as well because I love his colors. I love the texture of him. Uh, I love his face sculpt. I think it just looks so cool, and I love the shiny blue paint. I don't know. I love this dude's vibes. Like, I'm just so into this guy's look. I love calcium. Okay, next up is this Minotaurus, I think its name is. We're entering the Amazon exclusive eras. I think this is fine. I think it's a cute little. I have the original version of this character. I think it's fine. I would put it in mid. It's a target master that turns into a hammer. It's a target master that turns into a hammer, which I think is a good idea, but it's not like a crazy figure or anything. It's not a need. And yeah, the repaint of it is pretty bland looking. Next up, we have Chop Shop. This is Chop Shop, who is a Insecticon repaint. He's one of these other Insecticons that aren't really talked about that much. So what do we think for Chop Shop? I'm thinking like high mid. I mean, I think he looks fine. Maybe bottom of good for me. I'm not a huge Insecticon guy, but he looks okay. Is Knockout on the list? Knockout is from Legacy Evolution. I think he's neat. Yeah, I do think he is neat. Much like Marge Simpson, I just think he's neat. Chop Tua. Okay, we're gonna. I'm just gonna rate him. I think he's top of mid. I think he's top of mid. That's my opinion here. And next up we have Barrage. Similar situation. I kind of like Barrage's insect mode more though. He's like a horned beetle. I think that kind of just looks cooler. I don't know, it looks goofy, but I like how goofy it looks. Give me a bug bot any day. This one specifically. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this guy in like middle of good. I kind of vibe with him. Okay, next up is the Prime uh breakdown, um which is a repaint of the Prime bulkhead. Two characters that are painted onto this mold, and the mold doesn't really fit either of them that well. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this guy. I didn't have the bulkhead either. I think he just doesn't look right. Like, it's too blocky, man. He just looks way too blocky. Did you know Barrage's first TV appearance was in Family Guy? No. He gets too much hate. What's up, Supremely Unknown? Mold is better for him than Bulkhead. I do agree it works for him better than Bulkhead. I'm gonna put this guy like, for me it's high mid. I don't know. I really don't like how that mold looks, man. Worst, I hate, absolutely hate this figure. Shouldn't be a repaint. Here we have the Windsweeper. Can I just say, boring character? Who is this guy? Who is Windsweeper, bruh? Never heard of him. I who mega lol to this guy, man. Just a really bland. His jet mode's kind of cool with the splotches of color on his wings, but such a boring looking robot. Discount flywheels, I'm gonna put him at the very bottom of mid. I saw someone saying, "Can I bump Farak up?" The only one I would put him above is the Slipstream. Bro is the embodiment of a background motherfucker. He's mid maxing. I like how boring he is. Like he wraps up around. He wraps back around to being cool. I don't know if that math checks out, but I'll let you live your life. Okay, up next we have the Bludgeon, IDW Comics Universe Bludgeon, which is a repaint of Tarn. He looks pretty cool. He comes with a sword. He's got this really strange color scheme, but I kind of like it. And he's also got the weird head. I realize that he has this head probably because like he hasn't met Earthlings, right? When he has this look. Because why would he have a skull face if he hasn't met anyone from Earth like a human? Windsweeper makes me think of khaki pants. Noodle Bludgeon is sick. High end of good. These colors look so cool. The Pretender is better. Pineapple colors. Yeah, I'm kind of vibing with him. He's like the one Amazon guy I kind of want. I'm gonna put him somewhere. I'll put him in good. I think he's good. Probably high good. I've never had the Tarn mold. I'm looking forward to finally getting him with the restock. Here we have Ruckus, who is a repaint and slight retool of Beachcomber. Don't know anything about the character. I kind of like his vibes. He really has like a lot of '80s stuff going on with him, even more than a regular Transformer. Uh, the side of his vehicle mode kind of reminds me of like that cup design from the '80s or '90s. Do you guys know what I mean? That one cup design looks boring. Um, I know he's based on the Pretender, but that version of Bludgeon is not doesn't look like the original Bludgeon. Beachcomber, but purple, but and ankles. Gun function is cool. He had flip out guns in G1. uh, I think I'm gonna put this guy low good. I've heard the Beachcomber is really good. I would like to get that at some point, but I think he's probably just low good for now. Weirdest legs ever. Okay, here we have Gladiator Megatron from the Fractured Friendship 2 pack. Our 45th repaint of Siege Megatron. So that's probably going to get it minus points. But how do we feel about it? Because I think it's a pretty decent repaint. I think this look for him is pretty cool. The mold sucks. One of the releases of all time. Candy Hammer. I'm really looking forward to it. Way too many Siege Megatron molds. Please retire this figure. That's actually D16. Actually, his name is Gladiator Megatron, according to the box. Does not redeem the mold. My Chemical Romance, Megatron. Mid, but I like the drill thing. Yeah, I think it's cool that he's like technically a different alt mode here. You've never seen this mold of Megatron? Are you being sarcastic? Are you being sarcastic? Okay, I'm gonna put him in mid. He doesn't look amazing to me, but he's cool. I don't think he's terrible, but I don't think he should be in good with all the rest of the good figures. You know what I mean? Next up is the Fractured Friendship Security Officer Orion Pax. And this guy is a remold of the War for Cybertron Optimus, but a pretty extensive retool, I'd have to say. He looks quite different, doesn't he? His vehicle mode as well looks pretty different. I kind of think this guy looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't get him because it's another G1 type of Optimus Prime, and I don't really need it. But out of all of them, he's really got a good look. He's got the Armada blasters as well, which I like. I don't know. He's kind of awesome. Makes him old way better. Best, one of the best releases of all time. I like his truck. His truck is cool. Somewhere in best. Yeah, I'm feeling best. This is one that I actually want, which is kind of hard for these Amazon figures. This is an Amazon guy, right? Isn't he? I'll put him above these guys. So, Security Officer Orion Pax in best. Okay, for this is the 5-pack. Okay, so we're at the 5-pack now. These are all re-releases, I'm pretty sure, which I was trying not to do any re-releases. But there's also the Hound. So we're just gonna do these quick. Also, I've only played with the Trailbreaker before, so well, I played with the Sunstreak, I kind of have, and Hound. I'm gonna put Jazz in good. I'm gonna put Sunstreaker lower in good. I'll say this. Okay, I got it. I'll say this. I don't love their color schemes. I don't like the simplified, flatter cartoon color scheme. But I'm gonna put Jazz in good. I'll put Sunstreaker in good. Trailbreaker, I don't love him. I had this one, and I thought he was like a little bit annoying, so I'm gonna put him in top of mid. Wheeljacker, I'm gonna put at the bottom of good. He is so plain looking in vehicle mode. Let me just switch to the full. He is so plain looking in his vehicle mode. It bothers me so much. So yeah. And then Hound. Hound looks really good to me. I'm gonna put him high good. Hound does look really cool. So I'm gonna put Hound at the top of good. Too saturated. Okay. Next up, we have the GoBot Pathfinder, who is a blue Cosmos. I don't know anything about GoBots. I don't know who Pathfinder is, to be for real. But I do like Cosmos, and I do like the color blue. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in good. Five-pack Wheeljack looks naked, yeah. GoBots treads a green warpath. Everybody knows tanks are green, so that just makes sense. I do love warpath. I don't have this warpath. Where is this warpath from? Does anyone know? Supremely unknown. Please stop spamming. It's annoying. What's up? What's up, Mitch? Isn't Pathfinder a she, not a he? Oh, my bad. So treads. Treads, good name. I'll say that. I do like the name Treads. So I'm gonna put Treads next to Pathfinder. I really don't know these characters at all. I'm just going by the paint jobs. And then this guy is Gobot's Smallfoot, who has a very strange name. Or sorry, yeah, a strange name for sure. A strange name, a strange face. It's kind of a weird looking face to me. Strange colors. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I kind of vibe with it. I kind of like it. It's a good figure. You know, people love this figure when it's gears. So I don't know. I kind of vibe with its strangeness a little bit. I'll put it ahead of. I'll put it here in the middle. Yeah, I kind of like Smallfoot. McDonald's all colors. Okay, next up we have the Dino King figure, which we're not going to do all the separate pieces. We're just going to do the combined form, the set, basically. What do you guys think about this? So, since this guy came out, does that mean that they did the, like, combining Dinobots basically to do this figure? Was that the whole point all along? Okay, the Warpath is from Earthrise. It's good to know. Bad. The individual bots were already bad, and the combined mode looks mid. Okay. Dino Dan. Two types of chatters. I think he was planned. Yeah, I feel like he had to be. Like, they were probably like, we can sell GoBots that combine. Or, sorry, we can sell Dinobots that combine. For sure. And then we can make the pack later. Like, that had to be the logic. He scales with Galaxy Shuttle show scale wise. Okay. I know Galaxy Shuttle is not quite the correct size, but that's cool. I think the arms and legs look cool, but the torso and head look mid as hell. He's got a very bland head design for a guy called Dino King. Keeps making me think about dinosaurs. I'm gonna put him at the top of mid. I think it's cool. I think I'm on record. I think guys made out of dinosaurs is awesome. But there's right ways to do it, and then there's kind of boring ways to do it. And I just don't care for this Dino King guy. I'd laugh if they do a Monstroctor from it. I'm not a fan personally. He needs more paint. Okay, next up we have Origins Wheeljack, who I have right here. And this is my Wheeljack of choice. I think he looks good. I like that he's like a little bulky and blocky. I feel like that kind of works for Wheeljack for me. His alt mode is cool. He's got a little bit of, I forget who called it, that maybe Dr. Lockdown, like origami transformation, where it has like a ton of different panels. So, or maybe it was perspective. I can't remember which one of them said it was origami, but that stuck with me. And he's got like just a lot of panels. He's like a little hard to figure out and remember, but I do like his alt mode a lot too. I like holding it. It's just a box. He just turns into a box. You don't have to have those ugly blue things on him, so he kind of just looks like this most of the time. He he looks cool, but is he fragile? No, he's solid to me. I guess a few of the panels can be a little loose, but not really. I still have to find Origins Wheeljack. Fat Wheeljack is awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of an Origins Wheeljack stan. Yes, Cube. He becomes the Cube. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom of best. I really like this Origin figure. I don't have any of the other Origins figures. I do want the Jazz, and I am gonna get the Bumblebee when it comes out. His head sculpt has the vibe. I like his space soccer mom car. Okay, now we have the Cliff Jumper from the 4-pack that came out. I think this guy looks cool. People were saying that this mold is really good. I think this matches the mold way more for me. I guess he probably looks more like Chase from the show, but the stockiness of him, has the wide shoulders, it works for me. It's good enough approximation, and he's got the little horns here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him at the bottom of best. I think he looks good. I haven't played with any of these versions, but I think he is pretty cool. Okay, next we have Tarantulas from the Versus pack. I don't know, what are these colors inspired by? Why see these colors? Gross orange colors, high mid, inspired by a Japanese prototype. Um, I think it's really ugly. I think he's really ugly. I'm gonna put it in bad. I'm sure it's like a fine figure, but I think making a toy based off like a prototype, I don't know. It's like, give me something else, man. Give me something else. Oh, what the hell? Hello? I don't know what happened. My other monitor turned off. One second. That was annoying. My monitor got unplugged. Okay. Let me. Oh, my stuff is messed up. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna go there. Moving on, we have Squeeze Play, which, hilarious name, gonna be honest. He has a little headmaster. He turns into something. Don't really know what, but I don't know. He's kind of weird. Um, I don't think he's terrible, but I'm kind of just not interested in him. Generic, bad. Squeeze play is awesome. Okay, differing opinions here. I'm gonna put him in the middle of mid. Okay, next up we have Joker Tarn, Cyberverse Tarn. Um, it's fine. I don't know. I like the red highlights. I think his vehicle mode looks way cooler, but his robot mode with the Joker smile thing, I kind of don't like it. I don't get why Squeeze Play's name is funny. It's just a weird name. It's just funny because it's strange. Tarn going in best. Shadistic, come on, man. Stop with the spamming. We live in a society. Aw, Tarn. Tarn is really good. Mm, I haven't played with him though yet. Wanna know how I got these scars? Sharp hamburger. I am gonna put him in the top of good, because that's what I did for Bludgeon. Yeah, I'm still not confident enough. I haven't played with him yet. What's wrong with my face? Okay, finally, we are at the studio series part of of it. Oh my god. Okay, core class Mohawk. I was gonna call this guy Freak. I couldn't even remember his name. Freak. Core class Mohawk. His mouth does open, which is a bonus. He comes with just a knife, which is funny. Motorcycle mode looks kind of terrible. What do we think? I love Mohawk, just a cool little guy. He's ugly, but he's accurate and fun to pose. Peak? I'm not sure I can allow anything from the last night into peak. That just sounds morally reprehensible to me. I think he does look like he accomplishes what he sets out to do, which is be Mohawk. So I'm gonna put him in high best. But or sorry, high good. But I don't know. His design is a little bit too goofy. The vehicle mode doesn't look that good. Here we have concept Bumblebee movie Rumble. So this is the first of the concept figures that we're going to talk about, aka characters that just did not exist in the movie and had concept art question mark. Like, are they based on concept art, or are they just like, what if this guy did exist in the movie? Is that the concept? Fuck the last night, but I'm happy to have him. He has no hands. He has no hands, and he must scream. Baby Bruticus. Good. 0 out of 10 with no hands. Does he need hands, though? Like, what's he need hands for, man? what do you need Rumble to hold? Meh. They didn't even have concept art. I think Rumble and Frenzy are good for what they are. I like them more in the War for Cybertron versions. Yo, Jake, would you want to join my... No thanks, man. Thanks for the offer, though. The concept art was a drawing on the back of a menu or something, on an Outback menu or something. He's tiny. He doesn't need hands. That's what I'm saying. Tiny things don't need hands. Are you mad at Ravage for not having hands? We're gonna go ahead and put him in mid. I don't know how to feel about these concept guys. Uh, sorry I vanished to eat dinner. Damn, you still going? I know it's taking forever, bruh. I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can. Okay, Steeljaw. I have not gotten this figure, but for a core class figure, a real YouTuber, was that supposed to mean Bird Labs? Am I not real to you? He can't shoot someone. He can punch someone really hard. Kinda late, but Windblade should be in good. It's a really well designed figure and captures her look better than most of her other toys. Okay, I'm not against it. Um yeah, I wanna like the steel draw, and he is baby. I'll say that he's baby. Like just look at him. But I just don't feel like he's A, worth the money, and B, that good. Like look at his little legs. They don't even move or anything. Like they didn't try that hard, right? Like, is that, am I wrong for feeling that way? We got to speed run this stuff. I'm gonna put him in bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that, but I think I have to. Okay, next up is the core class Bumblebee movie Starscream. A complete oddity. I don't know why he exists. I don't know why they did a Starscream and a Shockwave for no reason. I really don't. Maybe they were just testing out the waters to see if people liked them, and he just happened to already be made, so might as well put him out. I don't know. I don't know. I think a Bumblebee or a Blitzwing would have made sense for core class, maybe. But sure, Starscream. I don't know. I got him for my buddy Quentin for Christmas because he loves Tetra Jets and he loves the Bumblebee movie. And he looked pretty cool. I looked at him. I didn't transform him or anything, but he does have sauce. He's got a good look to him for a core class figure, and for a scaled down figure. He's cool. What's up, Quantum Animations? Best, probably my favorite core class figure of all time. Wow, he looks pretty cool. Is he going to get repaints? I don't. Who knows, man? Who knows with the core class stuff? I am going to. I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him in high good. I don't know. I don't have enough experience with him or enough interest to put him in best. He does look cool though. I'll give him that. Okay, and now we have Concept Art Frenzy. We're just gonna put him right next to Rumble. I will say that him being like the fact that he's mostly black instead of red is kind of strange, right? Like uh Rumble is all blue, but he's not like all red. Kind of seems like a strange decision. What's up, man? All right, on to the next. We have Scorponok, the Rise of the Beast Scorponok. Um, Look, he's a little bit better than the original '07 Scorponok. I'll give him that. He has a little bit more of a robot mode here. But I don't know. He didn't transform in the movie. Scorpion mode's cool, but not that cool. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not super into him. I think I'm gonna put this guy in mid because he just feels mid. Okay, here we have the Rise of the Beast Wheeljack. I will say I'm a Rise of the Beast Pablo defender. I do like Pablo's look. But I don't have this toy. I don't have any Rise of the Beast Studio series anymore. I sold all mine. I was not super happy with the movie, so I was invested and then I de-invested myself. Okay, so what do you guys think about Wheeljack here? Like, what's the common census? Pablo, yeah, bad, just bad. Now, is it? I need to know: is it the design that's bad or the colors? Like, if the toy is bad, what's bad about the toy? He's way too fragile. He looks way skinnier than he should be. I agree. I think his midsection is not as filled out as it should be. Don't buy it genuinely. SS Pablo will break very easily. If he breaks, if he breaks, then maybe we'll just put him. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Does he actually break really easily? Transformation makes me want to jump onto oncoming traffic. I think the mainline one looks kind of better. Okay, I'll put him at the top of bad. Okay, here we have the concept Bumblebee movie Sunstreaker, which I cannot lie, I absolutely love how this guy looks. I'm definitely gonna pick him up next time I see him. Just because I love this vehicle mode, I love how slick it is, and his robot mode also looks cool. I think it blends in with the rest of the Autobot designs pretty well, despite just being something made up for the toy line. I don't know. Sunfreaker, yeah. So I really dig how this guy looks. What do you guys think? Like his the way his body is proportioned is like weirdly good. He's awesome. Great, really intuitive transformation. High recommend. And am I crazy? Do you guys think he could be retooled into an Armada blur? Like his vehicle mode for me kind of gives Armada blur. I feel like this guy is kind of overhated. It's definitely janky in robot mode. He looks awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and put him high good. And you know he does have potential for best. I just haven't experienced him yet. Okay, next one up is the War for Cybertron Sideswipe. This guy is actually in my closet right now. I haven't opened him yet. I keep forgetting. Same thing with the Optimus. Like I just have a bunch of gamer editions in my closet. So what do we think about him? To me, he looks kind of goofy looking. Like seeing the Sunstreaker next to him, it's like kind of funny because I feel like Sunstreaker pulls off the Cybertronian robot thing way more. More like animated blur. Yeah, maybe animated blur. What's up, Transformers, man? Meh. Open him now. No, this stream is going on so long, I can't. I really cannot take any more detours. I like his alt mode. His alt mode is pretty cool. Pretty good for a Cybertronian sports car type of thing. He looks so good. I am gonna go ahead and put him low good. I think he's probably a good figure. I just don't like the design that much. Okay, chat. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and I'm gonna run some ads. Let me know in chat when the ads are done. Crazy ass moment in dumb Jake history. I don't know. I like the old design from that old design sucked, man. I don't know what to tell you. I did not fall. I didn't fall in. What if he got a Little Caesars? Bruh, a Little Caesars would be so dope. Yep, I'm back. Okay, next one. The Decepticon Trooper. This is a repaint of the infamously hated Barricade. Is it Barricade? I don't know. The one guy everyone hated. I think it was Barricade. From War for Cybertron Gamer Edition. I have another one I have in my closet. I'm gonna put him at top of mid. I feel like people kind of like him. I'm gonna put him at the top of mid. I feel like people like him more than Barricade. So I'm gonna put him at like top of mid. Okay, moving on. We have the Studio Series Transformers 1 Megatron, which I have right here on my desk. This was a figure I was looking forward to big time, and I was so excited to find him in Walmart. I think his look is good, but I do think the colors they used are kind of bland. I think the fact that he doesn't have a Decepticon symbol is a miss. I wish I quite honestly wish this was cogged D16 and not Megatron. I obviously they would want to put out Megatron to go with Optimus, but what I really wanted was like D16. This guy, he's cool. His cannon is inaccurate though. Both of his cannons are kind of inaccurate. I don't know. I want to like him. Why are his shins so long? That's just how he is, man. Fusion cannon's way too small. Yeah, that's a big issue I have with him. I want to like him more. I really do. But I think I'm gonna have to put him at bottom of good. I honestly feel like he might be top of mid though. I want to like him more, but I feel like they fumbled. Yes, he should have had silver paint. Both him and Optimus should have had better paint. Just straight up. Maybe giving him that fusion cannon was intentional because in the post-credit scene, he has his D16 cannon, not the triple-barreled one. Really? Interesting. I'd never noticed that. Well, yeah, it's probably inaccurate because it's based on concept art. That's usually the reason these early movie toys are inaccurate. But it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. I understand why this stuff happens, but you know, I love the movie so much. I want a transforming figure that's like accurate to the movie. and this Megatron just is not it. On the bright side, it does mean we can get accurate Orion and D16s, hopefully in the future. So that's good. I also feel like these guys should have been bigger. I get that they're doing like the deluxe class to like keep it budget friendly, I guess is the idea, but I really feel like Optimus and Megatron should have been Voyagers, and Elita and Bumblebee should be deluxes. And then I'd be fine with like deluxe Orion and deluxe D16, but Megatron and Optimus are obviously taller than the other ones. He didn't have the D16 cannon in the post-credit scene. I checked. Okay, yeah, that would be weird. Yeah, and plus, if he had that, if that was the case, then they would have given him the Decepticon symbol, which they should have, because he just looks like completely naked without it. Where? Oh, did I already put it? Yeah, I put it at the top of mid. That's unfortunately going to be what I have to go with. Next up, we have the Reactivate Bumblebee. I was kind of not even sure to put this one here because I was not even sure if I was going to put this one here because I said no repacks, but this is like kind of a weird situation repack. Maybe SSD 16 will have Megatron's cannon. Yeah, that'd be a dumb solution, but I'd be fine with it. Yeah, I've not played with this figure. I've seen people post about it. I think he looks cool. I think people like him. He's kind of like based on vaporware though. Like Transformers Reactivate branding is hilarious. He looks weird in the face. I kind of like his head sculpt. I like what they did here. I like his vibes for a Bumblebee. He's kind of an interesting Bumblebee. Bottom of good. Sorry guys, my voice keeps cracking. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna go bottom of good. I've heard he's a good figure. I think he has some like random issue with transformation, I think. But I like his vibes a lot. I'm interested to see if they'll put the other figures in the Studio Series line. I mean, I think they should, right? I don't know. Next up, we have the Studio Series Optimus Prime. I'll be honest, I think this is a great figure. For sure. I think his alt mode is weak. I kind of think it's weak because the alt mode in the movie is weak, though, like just by design. I don't really love the alt mode. Anyway, like in the movie or as the toy. I think his hip skirt is a huge problem that they should have not let happen because it just like the way it moves just doesn't look right ever, and it makes him look weird, and it's just so annoying, and it pops off really way too easily. But I do think he has presence. I think he has the aura the movie character had, especially just the way they sculpted his head and like his chest with the big transparent plastic where you can see the matrix. I think that all looks really good. So I'm gonna rate him higher than Megatron for sure. You can literally see his hands in truck mode, but that doesn't matter. They're on Cybertron. It doesn't matter if you can see the hands in truck mode. You know what I mean? Like it actually, they're not disguising themselves. So in a way that's probably even by design. Um, because it almost looks like his hands are grabbing handles on his vehicle mode. Low good, weird crotch flap, invisible hands in vehicle mode. Bring it down. Can't believe DNA upgrade didn't attempt to fix the hips. Yeah, the only thing I remember seeing from the DNA upgrade was they gave him a middle finger hand, right? Which is pretty funny. Mainline one did the transformation better. He removed his crotch plate. I thought about doing that. I just don't want to lose it. So for him, for Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus, he is going to go in somewhere here in good, because I think he is like a genuinely like kind of great figure. But he is held back really hard by a couple of things, and it sucks for sure. Next up, we have SS86 Bumblebee. Now, this guy, when I first saw pictures of him, I was like, this looks like trash. But I bought it. I happened to see him in the store. I was like, I haven't seen any new Transformers anywhere for a long time. So I'm just going to buy him because I want something new to play with. He is a fantastic figure, man. I think he does Bumblebee so well. Way better than the Netflix version. I thought the Netflix version was terrible. I think this guy captures his Bumblebee-ness so much. Bumblebee-ness? Did I just say that? Let's not let's not think too much about that. But he just looks so awesome. The feet transformation is really cool. I love how he looks so solid, like no gaps anywhere. Everything's covered so well. I mean, the bottom of his feet are maybe the worst, but it's the bottom of the feet. My beautiful baby boy, baby Bumblebee, is so great. Not accurate alt mode. Yeah, the alt mode is not accurate, but I don't care. I really do not care. In fact, I kind of like it more because I like the big round wheels at the back. The big round wheels are accurate to the original form. I mean, the back doesn't look that great. He's obviously like a pre-tool for Cliff Jumper, right? But I think the Cliff Jumper will be fire when that comes out. But I love this guy. I think the transformation's awesome. I don't care about the alt mode. It got the front hood parts, which I would say is the most important part of his look. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy into best. I really think he's one of the best figures I bought this year. Okay. Gamer Edition Starscream, another one I have in my closet. I've heard this guy is awesome. That's mainly what I've heard. Yeah, the alt mode is accurate to the toy. What do you guys think about the Starscream here? I mean, after playing the games, I was not interested in Gamer Edition at all. But since I've been playing the games for like background footage for my videos, I'm actually really kind of into it, and I really like the look of Starscream here. He's such a dick, and I think like his vehicle mode is pretty cool, and his robot mode is pretty cool. He's like a kind of like a weirder version of Cybertron Starscream with more color. I don't get the hate for this Starscream. It's really good and very accurate. That pose is goofy, but the toy is good. I genuinely like him. Yes, the cockpit is a bitch. It's a bitch. Yes, the cockpit is a bit much, but the figure itself is actually pretty good. I like the older version better. Yeah, I'm gonna throw him into good. I am. He's one of the ones I'm looking forward to opening. So I'm just gonna throw him, yeah, in mid good. Up next, we have Scrap Heap, a Junkion. Don't really know anything about him. Does he come apart like the other Junkions, or is he not? Does he not do that? Probably not, right? He looks fine. I mean, Junkions are cool. They have cool designs. I like the thing on his head. I think that's funny. I don't like him. Oh. Jake, how many unopened figures do you have? It's just the gamer ones. I had a plan for them, and I'm not going to do it anymore. He doesn't come apart? No, he doesn't. Okay. He looks fine. I don't love the color scheme. He seems like a kind of background character junkie on, um, which is fine, but just not something I'm super interested in. So I'll put him in mid. Okay, and now we have Bumblebee movie Shockwave, who I have right here. And I think this is an incredible figure. This guy is a Voyager, and he's just as tall, damn near taller than the Megatron. The colors on him are awesome. The detail is perfect. They even have the Autobot logo on his arm, like the design had, because it was a reused asset from Optimus. The chest boob just looks really cool with the clear plastic. They nailed that. His eye looks awesome. He's got kind of that angry eyebrow thing that a lot of Shockwaves have now. And I don't mind the angry eyebrow. I think it's cool. Uh, he just looks really awesome. I feel like there's a lot of animated influence as well in his vehicle mode. Reminds me a lot of the animated Shockwave, and also the fact that he has a Autobot symbol on his arm reminds me of animated Shockwave. It makes me wonder if like a similar thing happened on Cybertron with him. Good toy, but the worst shelf warmer of the year? Really? I haven't seen this guy shelf warming anywhere. He is perfect, but should have been a gun. Why would he be a gun, man? They're not gonna turn him to a gun. Uh, Painfully overhated because the shoulders. Why? What's wrong with the shoulders? Seem normal to me. I guess they don't have butterfly joints, but SS86 Optimus doesn't have butterfly joints, so he looks a bit thin, though. He looks thin in that picture, but when he's kind of just standing there, he does look pretty, like, beefy. Like, just pretty buff to me. For a Shockwave. His hips aren't thick enough? Lord, you want him thick as butter, huh? Uh, he's a shelf warmer where I live. Wow, I really haven't seen this guy shelf warming. Okay, so I am going to put him in the best tier, uh, below Bumblebee. I think he's really good. I really like his design from the movie. I like his aura. He just looks awesome. Okay, this is Bumblebee movie Skywarp, the final Starscream repaint. Um, I've not played with the Starscream figure, or the Blitzwing figure, so I don't really. Is it? They're different though. No, or is the Starscream figure a retool of Blitzwing? I don't know. I haven't played with it. He looks cool. He's very white for a Blitzwing, sorry, for a Skywarp. Very very white and gray colored. So I kind of don't like that. I do prefer a darker Skywarp. I'm gonna put him in good though, because I've heard people like him. Let's move on. We have another one in my closet. This is a Ratchet from War for Cybertron. I've heard nothing but good things about him. He's probably the most lauded War for Cybertron figure I've heard people talk about. What's everyone in chat think about him? I don't drink coffee. Best? Best for Ratchet? I keep forgetting this figure exists. I want to get him. Yes, good indeed. I think his face should be silver. Mid. I feel like for me, the design is mid. I feel like a lot of War for Cybertron for me is mid in terms of design. Like, I want to like them more, but it's just not my taste. But I think the toy looks good. Like, it's a good. It looks better than Cliff Jumper. I'll say that much anyway. Cliff Jumper is such a rough figure, man. Um, I'm gonna put him in high good. Who knows? I might like him. He might be best after I mess around with him, but I just don't. I don't got that information right now, man. Okay. This is about to be a controversial conversation. This is gonna be a big hot take for me, I think. So I do own this figure. This is Studio Series Leader Class Concept Megatron. Uh, you know, Hasbro, made this one up out of the clouds to sell a Megatron for the Bumblebee movie. And let me just say, this robot mode is absolutely fantastic. I think I think the robot mode alone is so good. The posability is amazing. The paint they used is so nice. I love the silver. It's always nice to get a Megatron that's actually silver, right? I love the highlights of red all throughout his body. Um, but here's my big issues. The alt modes are terrible, both of them. Transforming him into them is terrible, and they look terrible. They just look like crap. It's like they didn't even try at all. The tank is a little better, but the plane is just trash. Garbage alt mode. Why did they even bother making him a triple changer? They didn't make triple changer dropkick or shatter, but they'll make triple changer Megatron who didn't exist in the movie. Like his robot mode has so much aura, it kind of does make up for it. But I can't say this guy is like better than low good. Like if the alt modes are that terrible, like it's kind of not a good Transformers toy, right? I cover Transformers that don't transform, and usually when you go in to that, like you know what you're getting, right? But when you're buying a transforming toy and the two alt modes are just lumps of crap, I I don't know. That feels worse to me. That feels worse. I think he's gonna be low good. Um, he should be like in best, but they just fumbled so hard with this uh, vehicle mode. I know you can fan mode it into stuff, but that's not what you're supposed to have to do. That is something that people do for fun, not to make the figure better. And in this case, you do it to make the figure better. Great figure, bleh, transformer. Yeah, great summarization of my thoughts. That is exactly how I feel, JCC. So I'm gonna give it bottom of good. I almost want to give it top of mid. I think I will give it top of mid, man. It really disappointed me. It really like the transformation. Like I was so annoyed by transforming it that it like made me not like Transformers for a second. Do you ever get that feeling? Like you buy a toy and it's so disappointing. It's like, man, why am I even doing this? That happened to me with this Megatron. And I don't it's a good figure, man. It's a good action figure, but it is not a it's a terrible transformer. Yeah, so that's my hottest take probably of this list is that he is mid. Okay. We have Swoop. 86 Swoop, the last of the Dinobots. Saved him for last. I don't know why, but here we are. I've heard some people complain about him. I've heard perspective and complain about him. I'm interested to see what the consensus is here. I mean, I think probably next to the other Dinobots, he looks fine. Like, I don't know. Bad, not good. Not good, all the way not good. Oh, also, just to go back and defend my Megatron thing, I'm going to defend my Megatron thing with one more point. This guy is no joke, like 2 millimeters taller than Shockwave. Shockwave is a nice, feels hefty Voyager. This Megatron is the exact same height, has a transformation that doesn't make any sense into two crappy modes. Like, maybe they needed the $50 budget for the paint. I don't know, but bruh. you guys are fucking rude for making this guy a leader class. That's insane. The fact that he's just as tall as Shockwave. I am doubling down. I am doubling down. Okay, Swoop fine. Sorry. Overpriced. Yeah, that's my thing. In this economy? Legacy Blitzwing, but worse, huh? Okay, how do we feel about Swoop? My bad. Sorry for the tangent. I lost my temper. I lost it, guys. This has been such a long stream for me. I'm putting in half a work day on this bitch. Talking about this. Need thicker everything. Why is that your main complaint for all these toys? Why do you keep asking for thicker? What does that mean? Is he like not blocky enough? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I'm just gonna go off vibes alone. I feel like Swoop's probably bottom of good. That Megs is just like how Hasbro makes Boba Fett figures deluxe. They know people will pay up for the character. Exactly. Exactly. And I hate that. I hate being manipulated. Is this going to be a video, Jake? Yes. I will be loud and proud about my Megatron beef. Okay, we have Leader Springer and his iconic hammer. This, of course, caused a lot of drama on Twitter because Springer is a Siege Voyager that is now being sold as a leader class. He does have different parts. He has generally the same transformation scheme. And he's got a couple extra items like the bomb from the movie, and his classic hammer that everybody remembers. Now, what do we think about this guy? Me, I'm not like a huge Springer guy in general. I think he's fine, but I just don't really know him that well as a character, so I'm not like super into him. Saw him in the store, but never picked him up because I wanted Thrilling 30 instead. Springer is so much better. It fixes the issue from the Siege figure. He's better than the Siege one, but overpriced. Hasbro's getting scummy. Yeah, it does feel like that. I did have the Siege Springer back when it came out, and I hated that figure. So I am slightly biased negatively towards this figure as well. But you all are saying they made it good. Great figure doesn't justify the price. Mid. Yeah, kind of a Megatron situation here. Yeah, I'll put him in mid. Just because the price is too much. They added a bunch of random crap that nobody really wants that much. The hammer, what is that, man? That guy has never had a hammer, has he? Like, where did that come from? Okay. Is this the last one? No, there's a couple more. Okay. Finally, we've made it to, I'm sure, everyone's figure of the year. The SS-86 Optimus. I have him right here. Uh, I can't front. This guy is incredible. I have a similar, he's small for Commander. He is pretty small, especially when you compare him to Magmatron. But he does have the trailer, and I do feel like the transformation warrants the price. I feel like they made this guy really complex and fun to transform. I think he looks perfect. Um, I think the trailer's awesome. I love his size. I'd love just holding him next to Bumblebee. They look so good together. Um, this is probably gonna be the best generation's G1 Prime for many, many years. Like, I really don't know what they could make better. You could say less of a backpack, but the backpack is not that big, man. My main issue, I guess, is his guns. What's up, Delta Tryon? 86 Prime is great, but overhyped. Hasbro can do better, and they will sell us another Prime. His articulation is underwhelming to me. What parts of it? Like, what is his articulation missing? Maybe a like crunch. You give it 3 years. All right, we'll see. I mean, this guy is great. I don't know if I would upgrade. I'll say at the very least. I don't know if I would upgrade past this guy because I really love this guy. The articulation works fine for me. I mean, he could have done some double jointed stuff. I do agree with that. But the transformation's really fun. The painting and sculpting is amazing. Yeah, I think I have to put this guy at top of best, probably. that is probably what I should do. Yep, so the two commanders are in best and second best of the year for me. His head can basically just swivel. Yeah, you can't make it look up. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's kind of annoying. Um, yeah, yeah, I can't disagree. He should be better articulated. GE Devastation Prime gonna dethrone him. Yeah, that guy looks amazing. Okay, now we have Blaster and Rewind, or Blaster and Eject. I can't remember. This is like a re-release, I think. I think the paint is a little bit different from the Kingdom version. But this is a re-release. I think this guy looks awesome. I love Blaster. I just think Blaster is really cool. And I think this guy looks really, really good. So I'm going to put him in... Yeah, I'll put him at the top of good. I pose I pose Optimus holding Bumblebee in the air like a toddler. Okay, and now we have the dead ones. We have Dead Brawn and Dead Ratchet. Look, I'm sure these are both great figures. Blaster's peak, love him blocky goodness. Dead Brawn and Dead Ratchet. I'm gonna cut to the chase and put them in mid. I think both are probably like really good figures, but I think well, I know for a fact the Ratchet is a good figure. I own the Ratchet, but I don't like the dead Transformers thing. I think it's annoying. I think it's like, I think they look ugly. Yeah, I don't know. For a very particular type of fan, in my opinion. Okay, we have finally finished the tier list for the mainline Transformers Legacy and Studio Series releases of 2024. This is our list. I think we did a good job. I think most people would agree with this. Worst one of the year was Quake. You know, some people would disagree, but I think he looks so boring and dumb. BM Cheetor, Steeljaw, Sideburn, Tarantulas, and Rise of the Beast Wheeljack are in bad. All these guys are in mid. All these guys are in good. And then SS86 Prime is our number one of the year. Magmatron, Animated Prime, 86 Bumblebee, Bumblebee Movie Shockwave, Animated Motormaster, G1 Universe Prime, Gears, Legacy Vector Prime, Galvatron, Security Officer Orion Pax, the Star Raiders Thundertron, the Star Raiders Calcitron, Origin Wheeljack, and the 4-pack Cliff Jumper. Okay. Ugh. We're getting GTA 6 before reactivate. So true. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'm ending the video. Don't leave yet. Thanks so much for watching this video. Appreciate you. Thanks for please watch the stream. Catch the stream next time so you can be in the video in the chat over there somewhere. I've been streaming for the 4 hours talking about these Transformers, so thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna do another ad break for the road. Bruh, I forgot to do the ad breaks.